Number two, though, is what I really like, was essentially, you read the thing, right? The post by Turmoil, I believe his name was, on Reddit.
Which one is number two?
Number two is Bran is actually the Night King.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with this one. Yeah.
So originally, I wanted Bran to be a Horcrux. Now, do you know what that is? It's a Harry Potter term.
No.
So, I thought your wife would have told you what a Horcrux is.
There's a million things in Harry Potter. She can't tell me about all of them.
So essentially, it's been ages since I've seen Harry Potter, so I'm sure I'm gonna get hate in the comments if I get this wrong, but I'll try. So essentially, the main bad guy, Lord Voldemort, he broke off like his soul into separate pieces to attain immortality, and he put it in like different items that are either hard to obtain or that he owns, or they're just dangerous. Like I think he put one in this this really powerful wand, and he put one in this the snake that's kind of dangerous, and I think he put one in like his notebook or whatever, just to obtain immortality. I believe that when Bran was doing the thing in season 6 where the Night King touches him, the Night King put an essence of Bran inside. Night King put an essence of himself inside Bran so he could bypass the wall. Remember, that was the big theory, that the reason the Night King was able to pass the wall is because Bran passes it and he was marked.
Right. I guess they don't. They never really. I guess they dropped that plot. All the Mark ever did in the show was allow them into the tree.
Did it even allow them into the tree? I thought that allowed them to know where they are.
Huh.
They didn't make it obvious, but even if it allowed them into the tree, that's still better.
They knew where they were. They were attacked they were attacked on their way to the tree.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Before Bran disappeared for a season.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad.
The skeletons. Yeah.
So number 2 is Bran as the Night King. Essentially, Bran, who we've seen can go into the past and affect the past, has been going through the past for the longest time, trying to find a way to beat the others, to beat the White Walkers, and he keeps failing. Every time he affects history in a major way. The reason the reason the Mad King went so crazy is because Bran was the one whispering to him to store wildfire in case they needed it against the White Walkers. His whispers into the Mad King's ear made him the Mad King, and the guy went crazy. Then Bran went back again to try and, build the wall or something like that, and he became Bran the Builder, so on and so forth. Every time he goes back, he tries to do something, and it just doesn't work. So the one time he does go back, he coincidentally becomes the human that the Children of the Forest take to become the Night King. And the reason the Night King is so powerful, he should have been just a normal White Walker. But the reason the Night King is so powerful is because Bran was stuck inside him. When Bran tried to open his mouth to say, "Oh, I'm from the future," blah blah blah, they gag him. And then they turn him into the White Walker, and then he becomes the Night King. And Bran is corrupted and is stuck in there. And because Bran has all these amazing powers, that explains why the Night King is so much more different and obviously more powerful than the other White Walkers we see.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do like this theory. And
by the way, before you continue, I'm probably not doing it justice. There's a guy on Reddit named Turmoil26 who essentially lines it out for you guys. Definitely go check him out. But go ahead.
So George R. R. Martin has a story called Unsound Variations, and this kind of gets at how George R. R. Martin sees time travel. It's always consciousness travel going back, because he somehow thinks physical objects are paradoxes, but somehow you can get around it with consciousness. I don't actually think that works out either, but it's George R. R. Martin's idea. So he also has another one called Under Siege, where it's the first story that really has Tyrion in it, but it's
where he goes back into Ireland, I believe.
No, it's Finland.
Right, I was close.
It's like Sweden, Finland, Russia incident. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, it's a drunk dwarf who plays chess, and he sends his consciousness back in time. And so he's into time travel that can affect the past and change the past. So I don't think it's like a self-fulfilling loop. But yeah, so I think Bran is continually trying to go back and change the past. And so in Unsound Variation, this chess player invents a time travel machine. He's the villain, and he tries to he goes back in order to sabotage his chess playing team's lives. And he goes back and lives an entire life again in order to and I think he goes back twice. He's actually been through the cycle a couple times, failing to ruin their lives. And then he finally tries to ruin their lives, and then they stop him again. And so he goes and he jumps in the machine one more time. And, the main character is he doesn't understand. It's an unsound variation. He'll never, it's just chess term, meaning you never win. You can sit there and think about all the iterations, but you'll never win. All the iterations lead to loss. So I do like this theory in that Bran is in this unsound variation where he is trying to go back in time and fix it through all sorts of iterations. He's trying to stop the destruction of the world, but every time he goes back, it doesn't work. So it's let's try to do this wildfire. Let's try to screw with Ares. No, it doesn't work. Let's try to do Hodor. Let's try to cause myself to fall and get paralyzed and go into a coma so I awaken my telepathic gift earlier. All of these different things, and none of it works. And then the theory, the idea is, well, what will finally work? And, I guess some people think it's going to be like the butterfly effect, where the only way to save the world is to kill oneself,
I was just thinking
right at
that.
the beginning.
Do you think that's how the show ends? Where the reality we know is destroyed, the world is taken over by them, and then the very last scene is essentially episode 1, but Bran doesn't fall.
I think it'll be something sadder. I mean, I think if Bran is gonna try to save the world, he's gonna kill himself. I mean, I think it's I think it's a butterfly effect kind of thing where he's gonna decide. I mean, I think there's a very good chance that he's gonna decide the only way I can save the world is to make sure that I die, before I can cause all of this harm.
So do you think he goes back in time and kills himself as a young boy or whatever?
Yeah, I think that could be something that happens. Yeah, I don't want to 100% say yes, that's gonna happen.
No,
I think there's a very good chance. I mean, I think that time travel is the final time travel's coming back. They didn't do time travel just to freaking kill Hodor, right? Just to have one episode with Hodor. Time travel is going to be the thing in the last episode that's going to be part of the final resolution, right? And
so you're saying there's a chance that Tyrion won't be president. Okay.
Well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? After Bran kills himself, who knows how the world is going to recover? But
so you're saying there's a chance that Tyrion can be president? Sweet.
Who knows? Who knows?
And then Dany and Jon will have a daughter named Lyanna.
Or, I mean, who knows? I mean, once Bran changes the timeline, who knows what? Maybe everyone will be alive. Maybe they'll get, all the actors back for the finale, and everybody will be happy in Winterfell. I have no idea. But I do think that time travel is going to be part of it. Mm-hmm. I do think that, there's a good chance that Bran is going to somehow think that the only way to stop everything is to kill himself.
That's very sad, and it would be bittersweet. Because we keep hearing that the finale is going to be very bittersweet. And this sounds, to me, when I hear bittersweet in terms of finale, I think that Dany is going to choose to walk away from the throne, and she's just going to go off and make her own empire elsewhere, and she's going to find a bunch of dragon eggs or whatever, and she's just going to start the new Valyrian Empire under her tutelage. That's what I believe. She's going to take all her followers and leave. She saved Westeros, or whatever, and she wants them to do their own problems, to solve their own issues, because despite that she's from that country, she doesn't really feel like a country. She doesn't feel like she's a Westerosi. So she feels out of place, and she's going to go do her own thing. So that's what I always thought the bittersweet ending meant. We want her to rule, we want her to come and take over, and she's not. She's gonna go off and do her own thing. But this seems a bit more bittersweet than that. It seems this is definitely one answer that I know for a fact almost nobody will like, but it's very neutral.
And that's the thing is Butterfly Effect, the movie.
I liked it, by the way. Like, Ashton Kutcher, one of his best.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a clever idea, but wasn't it a massive downer? Like the last scene where he like kills himself in the womb, like that's a real downer. I mean, it's a happy ending, I guess, for everybody else, but it's certainly crazy, you know.
Well,
it certainly didn't give me a great feeling at the end. I wasn't like, oh man, awesome, you know. Like,
I will say this. Out of all the theories I've read for the show, and this is most likely not going to happen in the books, I feel like George will go a different route. But
I think he will now. Yeah.
Out of all the what did you say?
I think he will now.
You think this guy figured it out?
No, I mean, I think whatever the show is doing, George R. R. Martin is going to do something different.
I hope so. I hope to God, yes. But
even if he originally planned the show out and he told Dave and Dan like his ending and everything, like now he's got to change it. You know, like,
I'm okay
that's
with
what
that.
he's doing.
I'm okay with as long as we get the original. As long as he tells us what the original ending was before he changed it, I'm okay with that. But out of all the theories I've heard for the show, and even some book theories, I think this is my favorite because to me it makes the most sense. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I think it makes massive sense for Bran to be time traveling, and I mean the thing is it's all about creepy, right? Everything is creepy. You know, twins having sex with each other are creepy. An aunt and a nephew is creepy. Everything is creepy. About Game of Thrones, it's all about shocking, right? So like, yeah, Bran like traveling through time over and over again, like trying to fix things and failing and realizing that the only way he can like fix it all is by killing himself is creepy, and it fits with the themes and George R. R. Martin's style and everything like very, very well.
Uh-huh.
So I do think there's a very good chance that the ending is going to be Butterfly Effect. Yeah.
All right. Well, the last theory here, number one, is Arya is the waif. Now we've went through Arya's storyline in season 7 ad nauseum. You hate it. I hate it. It was just dumb.
Dogs hate it. Everybody hates it. Yes.
Dogs hate it. This theory actually explains it. In the last episode of season 6, she kills the waif, or so we believe, and she walks away. Jaqen just lets her go, gives her a little smile, and, you know, now she's finally no one. I think the reason behind this is that the only reason he's letting her go off is because that's not Arya, that's the waif. As we can see in season 5, episode 10, the finale, we see that these faces that these people wear in the House of Black and White are not their real faces. We don't know what their real faces are. The only reason Jaqen is back is because that character got such a good review for season 2. So, I believe it is the waif. I want to believe that because a lot of Arya's randomness and weirdness, there's no explanation for it other than bad writing. And I think the title of the reason it's such because of bad writing, it's such a cop-out answer. It makes sense, obviously, and that's most likely the reason, 99.9% of the reason, but I think it's also a cop-out answer, and I really want her to be the waif. It would make more sense to me. It would be ballsy for them to kill off a main character. You've said it multiple times that you wanted Baelish to slit her throat during that trial by combat.
Oh, it would be the most... like, oh my god, wouldn't that have been so great? Like, the freaking... He demands a trial by combat and he goes up against Arya and then he just kills her and that's the end of the season? Like, oh my god, people would just shit themselves. It would be better than the Red Wedding. It would be
all right. Maybe not maybe not better than the Red Wedding. Let's everybody calm down a minute. It would be up there, though. Yeah.
It would be up there. People would be like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe they killed off Arya." But yeah, the thing is the waif being Arya, it's it's such a great idea. It would make such a better story to reveal that all this time she's been the waif. It's
It would put
happen.
obviously it's not going to happen, but it would put Game of Thrones back to form. Everybody's answer to put Game of Thrones back to form would be kill Bronn. Why? Because everybody likes Bronn, so
kill Bronn's a nobody.
Ooh, a lot of Bronn fans in the audience. Careful.
That's fine, but Bronn's a nobody. Like he doesn't change anything. I mean, it's like I can say kill Pod, like, okay, like, yes, I want Pod to be killed, but, like, it's not going to change anything.
You hate Podrick. I don't know why. Like, you had him be the mastermind behind the series the entire time. Him and his father, Qyburn. Like, you want Podrick to be a Littlefinger's spy.
That'd be so good. If Pod were something, if Pod were a Littlefinger spy or Qyburn's son, like, that'd be so good. It'd be something.
Qyburn's son.
It'd be something. Just give me something. Give me something interesting. Not you following Brienne around doing nothing for years. God.
He's actually secretly fake Aegon, under the leader of the Golden Company.
This whole time. Oh my God, that would be incredible. Oh. And he's like, haha, I'm the true king of... Oh, my God, the true king of Westeros right there. He washes his hair, and it's blonde. He's been dyeing it this whole time. Oh, my God. That'd be so good.
Oh, man.
That'd be so good.
I love your hatred of Podrick. I really do. It's like an internal... I feel like that actor met you in person one day, and you asked for an autograph, and he told you to fuck off.
I'm sure he's fine, and I'm fine. I like Book Podrick. I like the actor. He does everything he's supposed to do. It's like I have no problem with Maisie Williams or Book Arya. It's just show Arya. I just want her to die.
I mean, the one thing that makes this theory fall apart is like what reason would the waif have to kill Walder Frey?
None.
Exactly.
And like,
I mean, other than to cause chaos.
I mean, if you want to like write in the waif theory and the adventures of the waif, which would be, yeah, then throw that in. This is one of the 4 pilots is the adventures of the waif.
The spin-offs, you mean?
So, yeah. I mean, the thing is, nothing was ever explained with the waif. I mean, you could write in anything, considering like the waif hates Arya for no reason. Like, she was a complete dick to her for no reason. I don't know, and they created that rivalry out of nowhere.
Well,
so you might as well write in all this backstory about who the waif was and her motivations.
I wouldn't say that the waif hated Arya for no reason. The waif seemed to me more like the douchebag drill sergeant that you see from Full Metal Jacket.
Right, but she wasn't really trying to like push Arya to get better, like the asshole drill sergeant was maybe doing. Actually, we never know. The drill sergeant was just the drill sergeant. That's all he knew.
I feel like the waif's main objective was to weed out the true recruits from like the weak ones, and Arya essentially was not a great recruit.
She was horrible.
She didn't even finish her training. I mean, she knows the essentials, but I mean,
she didn't finish her training and she somehow became really adept at things she was never trained in, like sword fighting.
She can.
When did that happen?
She can fight Brienne almost to a stalemate, apparently.
Or it's like wait, you hid your sword the entire time, and we were training you in staff fighting. Ugh.
But no, Arya and the waif, your thoughts on this one? There's almost no major evidence behind it other than her acting just weird.
Sure. But the thing is this is like the situation where the Arya story is so bad that any story is better than the Arya story. Like you could literally, like when I say like the waif story, you're like, yeah, no, that's pretty awesome because it's better than the shit we got.
Yeah.
Like anything would be better than what we got. It was just.
It's funny too because so many people were messaging me after the season 7 finale, just giving me their reasoning as to why Arya's attitude makes sense. Because she's been through so much. She's a psycho. I get it. I completely understand. But at the same time, though, there are ways to show someone going through things instead of them acting like a. Essentially, she was acting kind of like a brat, almost. like an egotistical brat.
I mean, this is how horrible I know things are going. Is that I guarantee next season everything's gonna be hunky dory with Sansa and Arya. Like everything's fixed. I guarantee everything will be fixed because they had their little talk on the parapet, and like now everything's fine. I guarantee that they're gonna be like loving sisters like for the first time. I was about to say again for the first time, like when season 8 starts. I guarantee.
Honestly, I'm not expecting too much conversation between Sansa and Arya. I'm expecting more Arya to have scenes with Jon, because that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, what we know is gonna I'll predict it right here. Okay?
Oh boy, here we go.
The White Walkers are gonna attack Winterfell. They're gonna have a battle. She's got her Valyrian dagger, so she's gonna kill a few White Walkers, at least one with her dagger, and he's gonna shatter. And then they're gonna escape, and they're gonna head south. And then at some point, she's got to kill Cersei.
Just to throw that in there. At some point, it's got to happen.
Yeah, that's it.
No Yoda flips, as you know how Yoda fought Count Dooku in episode 2. No Yoda flips as she fights the White Walker.
I mean, if they had the budget, but yeah,
might as well just throw it in there. Why not?
You know that she's gonna have some badass fight with a White Walker, and he's gonna shatter. And then maybe like a White Walker will kill Brienne, and she'll be super sad that Brienne died. Even though they spent like 5 minutes with each other.
And then Arya will go down south, and she'll sneak into King's Landing, kill Cersei, complete her revenge. Screw Ilan Payne, even though he's the one that did it. She'll kill Cersei, and then out of nowhere,
wasn't even Cersei. Yeah, well,
it was Joffrey.
What's funny is Cersei's right. It was Joffrey. I'm trying to think like, I mean, I guess Cersei is on the hook for stopping Ned's coup, like like you could blame her for that, but okay.
So she'll kill Cersei, and then out of nowhere, she herself will die at the hands of Podrick. Plot twist.
If only.
And then Podrick will look over at Qyburn. Father, now wins Arthur.
Father, what's next on our plan?
Oh, you're ridiculous. I like the Arya is the waif theory. Obviously, there's not a lot there. Honestly, Arya is the waif theory. Should have been number 2. Bran being the Night King should have been number 1. But I was so pressed for time. I was so
pressed. But Bran being the Night King is the one that I could actually see being true and happening. Like that's the only one that I could really see being true and happening.
All right, Preston, let's wrap it up. I know it's 12 over there. I'm so sorry. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, be sure to hit click, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And Preston, you got any videos coming out? Are you gonna? You told me you were gonna finish season 6. What you're missing?
Well, finishing up season 5 of What You're Missing, and then I'm gonna move on to season 6 with that.
Is there any material? I mean, I feel like
there'll be plenty.
Really?
There's stuff. There's stuff to talk about. Jamie went to River Run.
That's right.
Ironborn.
That's right. Yeah.
Sam heading south. Plus, season 6 is kind of a repeat of season 5, and so you're kind of doing the same material again. Right. There's a battle for Meereen again. There's a battle for Winterfell again. And so
Holy shit! I never looked at it like that. There's a hard home battle essentially.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing again.
Dany rides her dragon again. There's fire. People throw spears at it. Holy shit! I never realized that until you just mentioned it just now. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a big rewind, and where they redo everything. So, in that sense, that's the thing is. I remember when season 5 finished, and everyone's like, "Oh, they've caught up with the books." And then they went back and they caught up with the books again, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. So,
well, we'll see what happens. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Preston Jacobs. We'll see you all next time. Have a good one.